Hey guys, my name is Liz with Access. We are going to be doing a 30-minute functional strength session today. So that means more focus on mobility and stability aspects versus sort of a high intensity training. Things that are going to help keep your joints stable and also your joints able to move through forward into the motion. So let's get started. Oh, you're only going to need a weight today, something fairly light. I'm going to use 10 pounds. Doesn't need to be anything crazy at all. So we're going to start with some mobility stuff. The first one is going to be a lunge down. So we're going to stay down here with this knee down. We're going to rock forward. We're going to move this ankle around a little bit, as well as our hip flexor. So you're going to rock in, pause for just a second, push down through that heel, come back, and then we're going to stretch that hamstring out. So kind of push your hips back a little bit. Feel that stretch down through your hamstring, down through your calves. Calves and your hamstrings work together. One's tight, usually the other one's tight too. So coming back up, we'll do 8 of these on each side. Kind of rock through. Feel that ankle move. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Rocking back. And there's 2. Forward, leaning in nice and deep, pushing these hips forward. Push that heel through the ground. Back. 3. Start to move a little bit faster here. Not too much. Good. 4. Some deep breaths here. Back. 5. And this is something that you can kind of do through a usual warm-up right before you lift or something. And get your hips moving, get your ankles moving. Push into that knee. Back. Good. 6. Really push, feel that front side of your ankle where your foot meets your shin. And back. Feel all the way through here. 7. One more this side, then we'll switch. Good. 8. We'll switch sides here. Flip around. Again, same thing. You're going to want to kind of start pretty much a 90-degree angle here with that knee straight down. And then we're going to rock in, keeping that heel on the ground if we can. Good. Hips back. Ooh, this side is much tighter for me. Feel that stretch. Good. There's 1. Forward. Feel that hip flexor. Good. And you can put something else under your knee too, like a pillow, or kind of double your mat over. Good. 2. Push those hips forward, heel to the ground. Hips back, stretch. 3. Good. Your chest is nice and tall. Feel that all the way down through your hip flexor. It's all connected all the way up. Hips back. Forward length. You start to feel your body kind of loosen up and you'll be able to stretch a little bit farther each time you do it. 5. Back. 6. My hamstrings are pretty tight, so I can barely get straight on this side. And that's all right. Everybody's different. I believe that was 7. And last one here. 8. Good. All right. So bring it around on your knees facing forward. We're going to put our right foot straight out to the side. So we're going to really stretch through the groin here. This is a place that we don't really stretch all that often, unless you're doing splits or something. So we're going to rock back into our heel. Push your hips towards that heel. And sit back nice and deep. You don't have to go all the way down, but just you should feel all the way from your knee, all the way in. So we're going to kind of flip around. So we're going to do 8 each side. So we're still sort of moving the whole time. There's 2. From the side here. 3. So almost like a squat. So we're not going all the way down. And 4. Feel this hip working. And walk that foot in if it's a little bit difficult. Or bend that knee just slightly. You want it pretty straight to feel that stretch. 5. Good, chest is nice and tall. 6. You're kind of like you're doing the squat, just pushing the hip back. 7. Feel this quad here too. And 8. Good, we'll go ahead and switch sides. And again, if you need sort of a pillow or something else under your knee, probably advisable. I think I'm going to double over for this side. All right, so same thing. We're up straight on this knee. Left leg is out to the side straight. Sit back towards the heel. Push back up. So again, we're not going all the way down, like we're doing a squat. And then pushing back up through our hips, 2. Up, 3. Try to point your toe as forward as possible. On this foot that's out, it'll probably be easier if you point your toe to the side. But we want it nice and forward. Punch your 4, 5. Good, 6. Your chest is tall. 7. And 8. Good. All right. Now our hips are nice and moving. We're going to move up our shoulders a little bit. So we're going to lay on your side. I'm going to start on my left. Knees are bent. Shoulders are stacked straight up. Arms straight and out together, hands together. And trying to keep your right hand or your top hand on the ground the whole time. You're going to sweep all the way around to the other side. And we'll come back. So we'll do 8 each side here. Feel that twist. Try to keep your hips and everything forward. It's pretty much just your upper back and your shoulders that are moving. Back around, that's 2. Push that shoulder to the ground. 3. Good. 4. Feel the chest opening up. 5. Hopefully you got more room than I do. 6. Good. 7. Apologize, I'm really bad at keeping count while I'm talking. And 8. Good, so we're gonna do that on the other side too. Flip over. On the right side now. Knees are forward, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, arms out straight. Trying to keep that outside hand touching the ground all the way around. Feel that twist. 1. Go pretty slowly. 2. 3. Push that back shoulder to the ground. 4. 5. I'm going to breathe. 6. 7. And 8. Good. All right, so we're going to move on to our strength session. Strength portion anyway. So what we're going to do is you're going to have your weight. So we're going to be stepping back into a reverse lunge. And then we're going to wing that out to the side. And I'll kind of talk through that. So we're going to start with our right hand forward, right foot forward, right arm straight in the air with our weight. You can't quite see it. So we're going to be stepping back, nice and controlled into a low lunge. So knee to the ground. Left arm is going to go to the ground. Nice and stable here. And then you're going to look up towards that hand, making sure it stays straight up and down. So kind of watch your own screen here. And then we have to push back up. So you're really going to feel these hips and these abs working. So we are going to do 8 on each side here. So trying to keep these hips nice and straight, not pushing up to the side. Down. Straight back up. And if you don't want to do it with the weight yet, that's totally fine until you get the movement down. I watch myself as well. Push up 3. Think about just pushing straight towards the ceiling, not about bringing your body back to center. 4. And if your hand doesn't go all the way down to the ground, if you can tap a fingertip, straight back up, that will work. 5. Nice and controlled here. 6. Should be feeling abs working. Stable through your hips. Try and keep that weight stable above your head. 7. And 8. Good. All right, put that weight down. Shake it out for a second. And again, if you need a little extra under your knees, not a bad idea. I'm going to double over my mat for this side. All right, so switching hands so that weight is on our left hand. I'm going to be stepping our right foot back and down. Nice and stable. Weight is up. Going to reach that right hand. So keep this arm in the air, straight as you possibly can. Definitely watch yourself in your camera. You want to turn those on? Good. Up 2. Again, hips are nice and stable. Core is tight. 3. 4. Watch your knees wiggling, watch your hips wiggling. Nice and straight. 5. Oh, goodness. 6. 7. So definitely my weaker side. And 8. Good. All right. Come on up. Grab your drink if you need it. We'll move on. So next up, we're going to do an RDL, or sort of a one-leg deadlift. So holding this weight, we're going to hold it in 2 hands. You can do one if you'd like, but I'm going to go with 2 hands. So we're going to start on our right foot. Tiny bend, but nice and strong for the right foot. Trying to keep your left leg straight. We're going to reach down towards our shin and straight back up. Try to think of that straight line from the top of your head down to your foot. Just rotating around that leg that's down. You don't have to go down super far. Just as far as your mobility will allow you. So we're going to do 8 each side here as well. So grab that weight, 2 hands. Keep those hips forward. 1, get nice and slow. Straight leg in the back. 2. 3. Find that balance. 4. 5. 6. Back is nice and straight. There's a bird in the wall. 7. 8. Good. All right, we're going to switch sides here. You should really feel that hip that was down. So grip the ground with your feet. Stable through that hip. Straight lines from your head down to your foot. Think about just sort of turning on that axis. 1. 'Again, only go down as far as you can control. So if you can only get to about your knee before coming back up, that's all right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Good. Alrighty. Now we are going to do a plank. We're going to drag the weight underneath of us. So probably off your mat somewhere where you've got a little bit, something that the weight will slide on a little bit. So our feet are going to be a little bit wider than a usual plank. Kind of give that base. So my feet are sort of wide. So a good plank form. We're going to move this weight to the side. And we are going to do 8 on each side. Trying to keep that core nice and stable as we pull that weight across. All right, so feet are wide, good high plank, back is nice and flat. We're going to drag 1, pull 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And check those hips, make sure they're stable. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 8. Go ahead, take a little break. Grab a drink. Not too much left here. Just gonna do some abs. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be up in sort of like a boat pose or like you're about to do a Russian twist. So up on your glutes, feet are up and straight pointed. And then you lean back off the ground. So we're gonna go for 30 seconds here with some foot taps in between. Couple seconds here. 2, 1, and up. So find that balance. You need to drop your hands down, you can. Chest is nice and tall. Couple seconds here. Good. And we're going to tap our feet down. 5 on each side. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Good. Rest for a second. We'll do that one more time, and then we'll stretch a little bit and be done. All right, here we go. In 2, 1, and up. You're feeling pretty stable. Lean back a little bit farther. Keep those feet up. All right, 5 taps on each side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Good. All right, the last thing we're going to do is going to be some shoulder stuff. So we're going to lay on our stomach, facing all the way down, arms straight out in front. We've got enough room. And so we're going to pick our hands up, move shoulders all the way around, thumbs down in the back, and down to the ground. And then rotate around, keeping your hands straight or arms straight the whole way. And that's 1. So we're going to do 8 of those total. Should really be feeling those shoulders. You can only pick your hands up only an inch or 2 off the ground. It's totally fine. You will get better at that. Okay, down, hands straight out. Pick up. Straight arms all the way down to your side, thumbs down to the ground. And then reverse that. So thumbs out. Good. 1. 2. So keep that core nice and tight. Thumbs down to the ground. 3. Or pinch those shoulder blades together in the back. You should really be pulling yourself up off the ground. 3, 5, 6, 7, and last one here. All the way down and all the way back. 8. Good. All right. Now we'll stretch it out a little bit. We'll start in a child's pose. So on your knees, hips back towards your ankles. And reach out. Hang out for a few seconds here and stretch. You're gonna breathe. Your knees apart a little bit. We'll reach out to the left, stretch to our side. And out to the right as well. Now let's stretch those hips a little bit. We're going to do our 90-90 stretch. So one shin is out in front of you like you're going to sit cross-legged. The other one is out to the side. So both your legs kind of look to 90-degree angles. And then we're going to lean in, forward into this leg. Kind of push this knee down. Stretch as far as you can. Doesn't have to be too far, just as much as you're feeling it through your hips here. A couple seconds here. Good, and then we're going to stretch towards that leg. You're not going to move very far. Just kind of feel that twist. And push away from this knee on the ground. Good. I'm going to flip and do the other side. Again, shin on the ground, shin out to the side. This is my worst side. So lean into that knee, pressing forward. A few deep breaths here. And same thing to the side. Let twist of your upper body. Push away from that knee. Good, and relax. All right, thanks so much for joining me, guys. Again, my name is Liz with Exos. This has been a 30-minute functional strength training session. Hope you come back and see me again sometime.